Hi and welcome. I'm Mark Richard Adams, post-production professional, and today we're going to look at Resolve, and we're going to look at a couple of little online things in Resolve. Okay, Resolve traditionally would be an application that you would use just for grading, and it's not. It is so much more. It's so much more, and I'm just going to show you a couple of little things today. So firstly, let's jump into Resolve. I put a couple of shots onto the timeline. And we've got just this charity event that we filmed a little while ago. So let's do a couple of things. Firstly, this shot on the timeline. Obviously, you may see with the timeline that it's very easy to manipulate images and pull them out, just like any other editing application. We've got a bit of a wobbly shot there. Let's try and fix that. Click on the shot, and I'm just going to jump into the color page. Very simply, let's stabilize it. Really simple. Go into Tracker, and drop down and go to stabilizer. I'm going to go to the beginning of the shot, and then we're going to hit stabilize. And let's see how that stabilize works. See, it's pretty quick. Play that through. Not bad. Not bad at all. Very, very, very quick stabilization. Good. Here's another shot. Could do with a bit of stabilization. Actually, this is a little bit rockier. Let's have a go. Let's try. Let's go to the beginning of the shot and hit stabilize. Let's see what it can do. Not too bad. Just in regards to online work, there are things that you simply do, just natural things, such as stabilization, such as resizing. Okay. Not only do we have a bit of a stabilization issue on this shot, let us just resize it. I don't like the black at the bottom here. This is poking through at the top a little bit. So I'm going to go to the color page again. Resolve has some great little tools. A lot of them are in the color page, but that's fine. You can still manipulate in the edit page as well. But I'm going to use a color page, and I'm going to go to this section here, sizing. Sizing gives you some options. Okay, sizing is quite cool. We've got input sizing and output sizing. These are the two that I'm going to use for the moment. Node sizing is also quite critical. That's quite handy for moving a node within other nodes, but I'll give you a demo and show you about that later. So let's go to input sizing. Input sizing will allow us to, now we've selected input sizing, to pan and tilt the image really simply. It's not like drag an effect on in Avid. It's just that we've got manipulation right there. Okay. Output sizing, on the other hand, will affect all the images. Output sizing, on the other hand, will allow you to do a resize to all the images in the piece. So let's just zoom in on this particular image. If we go through, we can now see that all the images have been resized. See? So do be careful with output sizing. Okay, let's just reset that. So that'll now reset all those images. So input sizing will just deal with the shot that you were on. Okay. So let me, I want to go about that. Maybe it was, I want to go about that. I'm quite happy with that. Hit play. Good. And let's do the same for this shot too. We've got a shot here. We've got two presenters here. We've got a couple of random heads. Let's zoom around those heads. Let's go on the shot, jump to color page, and let us just zoom in, and I might just creep along to the left. Okay, there we go. Okay, let us play that through. Great, we now have two effects sitting on those two individual clips, stabilization and a resize. Really simple, nothing complicated about that. Okay, next little online tweak would be removing things or blurring. Okay, you can see on this table we've got table 19 here. Okay, well that's all well and good for the event, but I want to sort of get rid of that or unblur it. Okay, very, very simple in Resolve. Jump into the color page on the shot that you're on. And the way that we would do this is traditionally on the first few nodes we would have the color correction, but I'm just going to leave the first node blank and apply another node. I'm going to apply the effect to node 2. I always like to do effects further down the chain. And if we jump to the power window section and this, we can now draw around our 19. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. And really simply, I want to apply blur. Let's jump to the blur sharpen area and let's apply the blur. Okay, we've got the blur. Now let's just alter the edges there. Let's go to outside edge and a bit of inside edge as well. Okay, we can still see the 19 coming through, but don't worry too much about that at the moment. What we want to do is track it. You know, you look at the shot, it's actually moving. Let's go to the first frame. We jump to tracker. Okay, and let's go back to window. I'm going to turn we have parameters here, pan, tilt, zoom, and rotate. Generally, if we're working on another plane or if the camera is moving on a rig, perspective 3D is quite useful, but I'm going to turn that off at the moment. The camera is relatively static. It's just sort of probably on a shoulder. Hit track. There we go, pretty solid track. Let's just see how that works. It's good. We can still see the 19 coming through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that still, and then I'm going to display no graph. This will open up the effect. You can see the effect here is the effect is here, all of it together. And we can actually pick parts. I'm just going to pick the same effect and drop it on. So the blur is now doubled up. So if we just minimize that, you can see turning that effect on and off. That's adding an extra blur, which is not too bad. We can do it again, of course. In, of course, the tracker window here, what we need to do is to copy the track data, jump over to this node, and paste track data. And we can see that's working out pretty solidly. Yeah, so we've got two nodes doing the same thing. Now, if we want to do it again, we can just go back over here and we can display the node graph again. We can drag in the same effect from the original. And now we've got three nodes. Let's go back to the first frame. And you can see it's added an extra layer of blur. Now let me just deselect that node only. You can see. Now I think that level of blur is about okay. But of course we need the track data again. So I'll just go back to the beginning and show you how I did it again. I went to the first node. I went to these three dots. I went to copy track data. And then I jumped to the new node with node track data on, jump to the three dots and paste the data. You can see it pastes in. And now all three will play in one go, which is looking pretty good. Okay, happy with that. We've sort of blurred the table number, but this shows you how you can compile effects, composites, and apply the tracking data to each node. So what have we done so far? We have done really simple stabilization. We've done a really simple resize. I've shown you the differences between input sizing and output sizing, and we've just moved on to blurring and tracking with power windows. So just really, really simple stuff. Great, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll expand more into these online things that Resolve can do in a later video. Thank you.